A Summary of the Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles. The book, written in 1910, serves as a foundational text in the self-help genre and advocates a philosophical and systematic approach to achieving wealth, rooted in positive thinking, focused action, and a spiritual perspective on abundance. Wallace D. Wattles introduces the science of getting rich as a manual for personal wealth, not merely through business or hard work, but by aligning thoughts and actions to a certain way of being. Wattles argues that attaining wealth is not about luck or unfair advantages, but rather a science that, if applied correctly, will lead to financial success regardless of one's starting point. Here's a look at each core concept from the science of getting rich. We explore his philosophy, methods, and the reasoning behind each principle. The right to be rich. Wattles opens with the idea that wanting to be rich is not merely a personal desire, but an expression of a fundamental human right. He argues that achieving wealth enables people to realize their fullest potential, enrich their lives, and contribute to the lives of others. The importance of wealth. Wattles posits that a complete life, encompassing intellectual, physical, and spiritual growth, requires financial means. According to him, money isn't merely about comfort. It's a resource that enables us to access education, support health, expand creativity, and provide for family and community. This wealth, he insists, is not selfish but a means to fulfill one's potential fully. Empowering belief. By instilling the belief that everyone has a right to pursue wealth, Wattles frees readers from guilt or fear often associated with ambition. He affirms that pursuing wealth is a moral and constructive goal, and views the right to be rich as a natural, empowering mindset. The thinking substance. The foundation of thought. A central tenet of Wattles' philosophy is the idea of a thinking substance, or formless intelligence that permeates everything in the universe. This thinking substance, he claims, responds to the thoughts that individuals hold, taking these thoughts as instructions to manifest them into physical reality. The power of the mind. For Wattles, thought is the origin of all creation, so focused and directed thoughts can shape reality. He sees this thinking substance as a neutral force, responding impartially to whatever mental images a person projects upon it, good or bad. The universe doesn't judge or reject thoughts, it simply responds. Visualization and clarity. Wattles explains that, to make effective use of the thinking substance, a person must visualize what they want with clarity, specificity, and persistence. This visualization is not wishful thinking. It is an active engagement that demands discipline and focus. Through clear images and a directed mind, one begins to impress these desires onto the formless substance, setting the wheels of manifestation into motion. Thinking in a certain way. What it means to think in a certain way. For Wattles, thinking in a certain way involves holding unwavering faith that one's desires are already being fulfilled by the thinking substance. This faith should be so strong that one can envision their future wealth as vividly as they would something physically present. Thinking in a certain way also involves refusing to doubt, fear, or entertain any negative thoughts that could obstruct the manifestation process. Avoiding competitive thoughts. Wattles is careful to emphasize that thinking in a certain way doesn't involve envy, comparison, or a sense of scarcity. Rather, he advises readers to adopt a mentality that sees the universe as endlessly abundant, providing enough for everyone to achieve their goals without taking from anyone else. Seeing abundance, not scarcity. The underlying principle of this thought process is to see wealth as a limitless resource that anyone can tap into. Wattles encourages readers to focus only on what they desire, not on what they lack, keeping their thoughts free from negativity and firmly planted on positive, productive visions. Acting in a certain way. From thought to action. Wattles believes that thinking alone is not sufficient to acquire wealth. Action is the bridge that brings thoughts into the material realm. However, he stresses that this isn't about working hard for the sake of it, but rather working smart, with each action directed toward achieving a specific goal. Doing all that can be done each day. He advocates doing each task to the best of one's ability and completing all necessary actions each day without overburdening oneself. This disciplined approach ensures that a person moves consistently toward their goals without burnout. Every action taken should be impactful, and part of a cumulative effort toward the final vision of wealth, bringing quality and service. Wattles also urges readers to bring a high level of quality to each action. By offering excellent service, products, or results, individuals create value that attracts wealth naturally. This approach makes wealth a natural outcome of serving others rather than a forced result of competition. Gratitude as a power source. The role of gratitude in the process. Wattles presents gratitude as a key that unlocks greater access to the thinking substance. By regularly expressing gratitude, people attune themselves to the frequency of abundance, strengthening their connection to the universal source of wealth. Gratitude in daily practice. He advises maintaining gratitude for everything in life, including current possessions, relationships, and circumstances. This habit of gratitude, according to Wattles, not only keeps individuals focused on abundance rather than scarcity, but also builds faith, making it easier to maintain belief in one's desires. Amplifying positive thought. For Wattles, gratitude amplifies the power of positive thought by bringing individuals into harmony with the universe. It creates a feedback loop. The more grateful one is, the more receptive they become to receiving further blessings, thereby attracting even more wealth and abundance into their life. The competitive versus creative mindset. Rejecting the need for competition, Wattles advises against viewing wealth as a zero-sum game, where one person's gain necessitates another's loss. Instead, he encourages adopting a creative mindset that recognizes the universe as capable of infinite expansion. This mindset contrasts starkly with the competitive, scarcity-driven approach that many people adopt. Creating, not competing. When people focus on creating, they naturally bring value to others, whether through innovation, problem-solving, or enriching experiences. This creative approach to wealth builds wealth sustainably without envy, resentment, or the need to take advantage of others. Seeing opportunity everywhere. Adopting a creative mindset means recognizing that there is enough wealth for everyone, and that new opportunities can be created in any field. Wattles insists that by staying open and curious, one can generate unique opportunities that align with both personal goals and societal needs. Being in harmony with natural laws, aligning with universal principles. Wattles claims that success depends on aligning oneself with the natural laws governing the universe. In his view, these laws are as reliable and consistent as physical laws, such as gravity. By working in harmony with them, a person can achieve wealth in a predictable manner. Harnessing faith and positivity. By operating within these laws, which Wattles sees as based on positivity, growth, and faith, individuals tap into a higher level of awareness and control over their lives. By maintaining a positive attitude and clear vision, they naturally attract wealth through harmony rather than resistance. The law of cause and effect. Wattles stresses that every thought and action has a consequence. Acting in ways that align with these laws produces predictable outcomes, just as following physical laws produces consistent results in science. In practice, this means approaching each task with positivity, faith, and a constructive spirit, ensuring that one remains in tune with the universal flow of wealth and abundance. The science of getting rich. Wattles ultimately calls for a disciplined, optimistic, and action-oriented approach to achieving wealth. By combining mental clarity, gratitude, ethical action, and an abundance mindset, he argues that anyone can unlock the potential to attract wealth and live a fulfilling, prosperous life. Wealth as a science. Wattles concludes with a reminder that wealth acquisition, when approached as a science, is predictable. By adhering to the principles of thinking in a certain way, purposeful action, gratitude, and faith, anyone can attain financial prosperity. Ultimately, he argues, wealth is about more than just material gain. It's about fulfilling one's potential and creating a life of abundance and joy.